Hi air signs, and welcome to your reading, and also welcome to my channel. If you are new, I am the Dream Medium. So in this reading I will be giving you a relationship profile reading. Now if you're not familiar with my kind of personal readings that I do provide, what a relationship profile reading is, basically I will be giving you 3 spreads. And so the first spread is about the past. So what occurred between you and your love interest in the past. You will be getting a second spread as well, and that second spread is about what is happening presently between you and your love interest. And the third spread will be about the future. So what will be happening between you and your love interest and what is to come. So I've already shuffled and displayed the cards for you, and what you're seeing right now is your past. So what occurred in the past between you and them, you and your love interest? So the cards that came out were the Tower card, the Empress, and King of Wands. So starting with this Tower card here, something was exposed. Now, understand that the Tower card is not always a bad thing. Oftentimes, we need a Tower moment to occur in our lives if we've been refusing to make a decision that is best for us. Okay, oftentimes we also need the Tower moment if there's a lot of secrecy, if our partner, is doing something behind our back that we haven't been aware of for a really long time. So don't always see the Tower card as a negative thing, but perhaps see the Tower card as a wake-up call that is necessary for you to have. With this Tower card here, this Tower moment, this is something that really shook up the relationship, that perhaps crumbled the foundation of a love connection, all right? For some reason, as I look at this Tower card, I'm getting the word infidelity. For some of you guys, you're married, and perhaps your partner hasn't been faithful in the marriage. So it sort of rocked the foundation, of the both of you guys' relationship. So much to the point where it could possibly even affect people outside of the relationship, like your family, friends, and even children. I'm also just getting cheating in general. You don't have to be married. You could just be dating someone or in a relationship with someone who hasn't been faithful. For some of you guys, you had a feeling, maybe you even knew that your partner wasn't being faithful, wasn't being committed, and you were just refusing to do something about it because you know that your partner, if you did bring it up to them, maybe they would lie, or maybe you just wanted to be blinded to this situation. A lot of times, like the saying, ignorance is a bliss. Sometimes when you don't confront someone about something that they have done to you, you feel like there won't be any arguments, or for some of you guys, perhaps you didn't even know. You had no clue or no, intuition or whatsoever. You had no idea that your partner was stepping outside of the connection. And the way that it was exposed to you was very negatively. For some of you guys, your partner didn't confess. You had to find it out yourself. But whatever it was, whether this was cheating, lying, something scandalous, this Tower moment was necessary for you to have, because for most of you guys, you were already in an unhealthy relationship, all right? Next, you have the Empress card. So I love seeing the Empress card because this is an energy that is very ideal. So the Empress is an individual, and just understand that my cards are not gender specific whatsoever. The Empress is an individual who is very well balanced. They have a lot of harmony. The Empress is very content because he or she, in this case, this is the Empress, so we'll just say she, but understand that it's not gender, specific. This is an individual who's very content because they know themselves inside and out. So no one can really tell the Empress or Emperor about herself or himself, because they already know their strengths and their weaknesses, and they're okay with that because they understand that they're not perfect. The Empress is an individual who has a lot of power, and that power is seen by many, but in a very natural way. So the Empress doesn't have to prove to the world that he or she is powerful. It's just within their aura, within the way they carry themselves, where people will look at them and think, yes, that is a powerful woman. Yes, that is a powerful man. Very, very balanced. There's this contentment that I always see with the Empress. It's like she understands that her life isn't perfect, but she's fine with it. The Empress is also very independent. She really doesn't need anybody to make her happy, which is possibly why, like I said, you really can't tell the Empress about herself, because she already knows herself inside and out. So you really can't, shake her off balance. So what I'm seeing here with this Empress card is that whatever happened with this Tower moment, you were able to still get some balance and peace and harmony in your life. Even if your love life was rocky, if things in your love life wasn't going good, that doesn't mean that your entire life isn't going good. I always like to remind people that if their love life isn't going well, it doesn't mean that they can't be successful in their career, academics, or with other bonds like their family bonds, friendships, you know what I'm saying? So with this Empress, I'm just seeing that you were able to redeem yourself from this Tower moment, from this situation. Perhaps this Tower moment even helped better you. Whatever it was that was exposed to you, maybe that even made you a better person, a stronger person, because these two cards contrast each other. I mean, you see people flying out of the tower. There's a fire, lightning. It's just, is a catastrophe. But with this Empress card, this is a person who is well balanced. So maybe you were dealing with something, or you were in a very toxic cycle, and even though the Tower moment was heartbreaking for you, it gave you a wake-up call. Next, you have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is an individual who's very defensive. The King of Wands is almost like, let's say for an example, your ex cheats on you, y'all break up, and you're doing well, your love life may not be going as ideally, but you're still flourishing in other areas of your life, whether you're financially stable, whether you're getting a promotion, a work promotion. Things are going well in your life in general, even if it's not going well in your love life. But with this King of Wands here, this is someone who is still very hurt. Although they have their life together and things are going well in other aspects of their life, when it comes to their love life, they're still hurting. They're still angry towards someone. They're still very defensive. All right. So that's just a little insight about, your energy in the past and what occurred between you and your love interest in the past. So now I'm going to show you your present spread. So what is happening to you and them presently? All right, so in your present spread, you do have the Eight of Swords, Knight of Swords, the Chariot. So presently, and this Eight of Swords, it's just confirmation about what I just said. You're still hurting. You're still angry with someone. The pain is still lingering. It's almost like the pain and heartbreak that they caused you is still fresh in your mind. It's almost like as if it happened yesterday, because you're still feeling it's like you feel like you're stuck. When I see this Eight of Swords, someone is having a hard time fully moving forward, even though physically you probably have already separated yourself from your love interest, but emotionally, mentally, you're still thinking about them. The pain that they caused you is still very much with you till this day, till presently. Their memory is still in your mind now. And that's the thing about being hurt. You can forgive a person, you can break up with them, you can leave them, separate yourself from them. But that memory of them and what they did to you and how they made you feel stays in your mind. That's the downside, which is why you shouldn't only move on from someone, forgive them, but you should also try to heal so that when you do move on, they still won't have so much power or influence over you, even after you've moved on. What I'm seeing here presently is that they still have some influence over you, even if it's not physically, emotionally, mentally. There's still some intense feelings that you have towards them, that the both of you guys have towards each other. This Eight of Swords is a person who feels powerless, who feels like they have no control over their emotions. Even though they try so hard to move forward, they're being successful in other aspects of their life. When it comes to their love life, at the end of the day, they're still mentally tormented, sort of haunted by their past. They're traumatized. So what that's telling me is that this person really did do you incredibly wrong and dirty. With this Eight of Swords here, they made you feel like a mess. They made you, it's for a lot of you guys, I'm seeing that what they did to you was a surprise. You never expected, the love of your life to do this to you, which is why you're having such a hard time fully healing from them. But I always like to remind people that with this Eight of Swords, understand that you're just feeling stuck. It's just a feeling. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily stuck. There's another path that you can take to get yourself out of that mess. It's just right now you're feeling like there's not much that you can do because they're still heavily on your mind. If you look at this Eight of Swords, this individual is not as restricted as they think they are. Yes, they look tied up, they're blindfolded, but if you really look at this card up close, from my point of view, they're not tightly restricted. They could easily wiggle their way out, unblindfold themselves, and escape and step out of this puddle. So it is possible to get out of this situation. For a lot of you guys, if you're having a hard time getting this person out of your head, maybe you can try to, honestly, there's really not much that I can say when it comes to trying to forget someone, because like I said, our memories are so powerful. The memory is a very powerful thing. But I will say that time certainly heals. If you are moving on the right way, okay, like you really are trying to get this person out of your mind, time will help you out. With this Knight of Swords here, this is interference, disruption. Those are just the words that I'm intuitively getting. Interference. Someone is going to pop up in your life, someone who you are not expecting to presently. For a lot of you guys, this has probably already occurred because this is your present spread. So for the majority of you guys, the person who hurt you and put you in the stuck situation, they've already come back to you. And that explains why maybe even they pop up in your life, and that's what caused you to feel so stuck and conflicted. But this Knight of Swords here, perhaps some of you guys have even initiated some sort of association with someone from your past. But this person who has come back to you, because this is your present, if it hasn't happened for a few of you, understand that it will happen very, very soon, because this is your present spread. But for the majority of you guys, you are already talking to this person once again. They're back into your life. And I want to tell you that they have a Knight energy. Now, Knights are known to be very passionate and charming, but they're also known to be unreliable when it comes to their passion. They'll be passionate about you one day, and then the next day they're passionate about someone else. So they're very unstable and they're not dependable whatsoever. A Knight is sort of like that charming player who is really good at getting their way with people and then leaving after they get their way with them. But understand that with this Knight of Swords, this person, if they haven't already, like I said, for most of you guys, y'all have already started talking to them. Something has already been initiated, and it's still not going good. Even though they've come back to you, it's still not going good. They're still making you feel stuck. They're still making you feel confused because they're a Knight. You cannot possibly pinpoint a Knight. Knights are very spontaneous. Knights are very indecisive. They themselves don't know what they want. So how can you expect to know what they want? If a person doesn't know what they want, there's no way that you can know what they want, because they don't know what they want themselves. You know what I'm saying? So with this Knight of Swords here, this is an individual who hasn't changed. This Knight is coming in fast. That's why I said for most of you guys, they've already come back to you, and they're having a sword in their hand. So they're coming back to hurt you once more. For some of you guys, I'm even seeing that they were upset. They were upset that some of you guys even like left them, and they're mad at that because they like to have that hold on you, you know. Next you have the Chariot card. This is this is just double confirmation. A lot of you guys have already started talking back to your ex or whoever it was that caused you this pain and that caused a short separation. With this Chariot card, this person is coming in very, 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 very fast. If it haven't, for some of you guys, if you haven't gotten in contact with this person, or if this person hasn't contacted you, understand that they are taking a journey to you. I mean, this is the Chariot. So, wow, this is like double confirmation. Next is your future spread. So let's see what will happen, what is to come between you and your love interest. So in your future spread, you have the Page of Cups, you have the Three of Cups, and you have the King of Pentacles. The Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups, pages are messages. But, you know, I always say that one of the biggest differences between a cup and a pentacle is that a cup is not guaranteed. You know, cups look golden and shiny and fancy from the outside, but we don't know what's on the inside. So someone could be offering you a fancy golden cup, but they could be offering you, you know, false hope, broken promises. It's pretty much that saying that goes, not everything that glitters is gold. You don't have to accept every offer, especially if you've dealt with the person who has deceived you, a person who has given you, you know, false promises, broken promises. You know what I'm saying? A person who has, you know, persuaded you that to let them come back in your life, and perhaps maybe they've even tricked you and said, you know, I've changed, I'll give you the world, but they weren't able to really stick to their word, you know. So just understand that with this Page of Cups, you know, be very cautious about what they're offering you. Make sure that whatever they're offering you, that they can really stick to their word. Next, you have the Three of Cups. I literally just said, not everything that glitters is gold. With this cup here, this person is definitely coming back to you, and in the future they will be offering you something. I'm going to use the word something because we don't know what's inside the cup. We don't know what it is. So I'm not going to say that they're going to be offering you love. Like I said, they could be offering you an empty cup just because they still want to have that hold on you. Or they could be offering you a cup that they've also been offering to other people. Hence this Three of Cups here. This is a third party situation, a multiple party situation. The same cup that they're offering you is the same cup that they've been offering to other people. Okay. Lastly, you have this King of Pentacles. I'm just going to clarify the King of Pentacles because the King of Pentacles can mean so many things. Clarify the King of Pentacles. Ooh. The Seven of Wands is clarifying the King of Pentacles. As well as the Two of Swords. This person is so cocky. It's almost like when I see this King of Pentacles, it's almost like someone who is too confident in themselves. It's like they know what they're doing. They know the games that they're playing, but they're so used to taking advantage of you in particular to the point where they're comfortable with taking advantage of you because it's almost like they know that they can run all over you and you won't do anything about it. They know exactly what they're doing. And even with this Seven of Wands, This is a love connection that's very complicated. I mean, these are 7 wands, and just look at this gentleman. It's like he's trying to get away from these wands, but he's also using the wands to get away from the other wands. So he looks quite silly. When I see this, I call this my silly card. I call this a solution that really isn't efficient. So this is a wake-up call or a reminder to let you know that perhaps you should reevaluate your actions and behavior and your decisions that you have made towards this person, because the method that you're using in this connection, the decisions that you're making are not the most efficient, is not the most efficient method, the way you're going about this situation. Like this gentleman here, he's not going to get any progress. I mean, you're trying to get away from these wands, but you're using the same wands, it's quite silly. So perhaps it means that the way some of you guys have been going about this connection is not the best method. It won't give you any efficient solutions. And even with this 2 of Swords here, like I said, overcomplicating with this 2 of Swords here is going to make you even more conflicted, more confused, being unable to make a decision. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So air signs, you guys have a lot on your hands, but I really hope that this reading gave you some form of insight, to help you out with your situation. Now, understand that if the past and present resonates, just because the past and present resonated, it doesn't necessarily mean that what I said in the future will apply to your personal life, because this is a general reading. All right. So even if the majority of you guys can relate to the past and present, understand that the outcome of the future may not apply to you. So if you would like a personal reading, I would refer you to my website. The link is in the description box, and I do provide this relationship profile reading for personal reading. So you're more than welcome to book a reading with me for this particular relationship profile reading. All right, so we can figure out what's going on in your personal situation and give you a more accurate outcome. So air signs, thank you guys so much, and you have a great day.